Next, let's talk a little bit about something that I don't think a whole lot of turners are going to do, but just in case you might find yourself in need of having a mechanism to do this, let's talk about how you would mount something like this, a vase or other vessel of similar shape, how you would mount that on the lathe in order to, for example, finish the bottom. This one obviously already has a finished bottom. I don't have one that doesn't have a finished bottom at the moment, but for illustration purposes, we'll mount this one and I'll show you how. Basically, this device that you see mounted on the spindle is designed specifically to mount a vase or other long, thin vessel. You can make this piece here out of wood if you want to, assuming that you have the thread taps to do it. It would require a thread tap to match your spindle size on this end and a 3/4 by 10 spindle tap on this end. I had this particular piece machined by Rick Harrell, the guy whose contact information is listed on our downloads page. He can machine them for you. Basically, it simply threads onto your spindle. It's got a 3/4 by 10 threaded entry point here, and you simply go to Lowe's or Home Depot or your favorite hardware store, buy some 3/4 by 10 all-thread rod, and cut a piece to whatever length you think you're going to need. I've got several different lengths to accommodate different lengths of vases that you might have, so cut it to whatever length you want. You'll screw it into this end and lock it in place with a nut, and then you have two other nuts that serve as your locking point once you get the right size that you want. At the end of the threaded rod, I put a little self-adhesive furniture pad so that you don't mar up the inside of your vessel. And then you use a centering cone. This is a threaded centering cone, part of Steve Sinner's set of threaded centering cones. You can make one yourself. Obviously, you don't have to use his commercial ones, but you simply get one that fits the size opening of your piece, and you then adjust the depth that you need so that when it's mounted in here, and I always use a little piece of a router pad to hold it firmly in place without, again, marring the interior of the neck of the vessel, so that you mount it so that the end is firmly pressing, and the inside of the vase is firmly pressing against this padded end, and then you tighten this piece onto it in order to secure the vessel in place, and it would simply go something like this, where you would mount it in place, and you can see a little bit better here. I've got the phone mounted on a arm here, so I can't move it too much at the moment. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, it mounts very, very securely, both from the neck, and I can feel it rubbing very hard against the inside, which is what you want, so that when this rotates, it's spinning correctly. Now, the next and the most difficult part of this whole process is how do you secure the end? Basically, you pull up your live center on your tailstock, and then typically I would use one of these little small discs. I call them Raffin discs because Richard Raffin popularized the use of these. You make them in whatever sizes you think you need, and you put that between your live center and the piece, and then you center it so that it spins true, and that can be a little bit challenging, needless to say. I'll get it set in here and show you it. You have to monkey with it a little bit to get the piece spinning true, but once you do, it actually works pretty well. Now that's a little bit off, but once you tighten that down and spin the piece, then you can finish the bottom, do whatever you need, turn off a tenon or do whatever else you want to do on the bottom of the piece. But anyway, that's how the the piece would mount. Let me take the phone off the mount here. You can see how the cone sits in the neck of the vessel, and then how the disc is pressed against the base of the vessel. And again, you could finish the bottom however you want. Again, not something that a lot of people are probably going to do, but this is certainly one way to mount a vase on the lathe if you want to finish turn the bottom of the vase.